If sustainable fashion feels confusing, overwhelming, or expensive, you're not wrong. It can feel like you need a PhD in supply chains just to buy a t-shirt. But here's the thing. The truth is that the easiest way to dress sustainably isn't complicated. And it's probably not what you think. Hi, I'm Garrick, the founder of Eco-Stylist, and I've condensed 8 years of experience in sustainable fashion into a simple 5-step process. In this video, we're going to talk about the easiest ways to dress sustainably without overthinking it. Here is the 5-step framework that I recommend for beginners. Step number 1, wear what you already own. Now, to some of you, this may sound obvious or overly simple, but one of the things we often forget is that one of the biggest ways we can have a positive impact with our clothing is just to wear it as long as possible, to love that clothing, right? I mean, in today's society, more than half of new clothing ends up in a landfill in less than a year from purchase, right? So fast fashion has kind of driven society in this direction of treating clothing and viewing clothing as being disposable. So actually focusing on the clothing that you already have, while sounds simple, is a very radical position in today's society, and one of the ways that we can have the biggest impact. So what do I mean by starting with your closet? Well, first of all, the things in your closet, first of all, getting maximum use out of them, right? Instead of wearing them, one time, like you see on social media with influencers, wear them as much as possible. Love that piece and wear it till its end of life. Now, sometimes we can't do that because a piece needs slight adjustment in sizing because it no longer fits us perfectly or develops a hole in it or something like that. And that's also where we can focus on taking care of our clothes, right? With the clothes we already have, we can find a tailor near you. If you're not accustomed to one, you can, look it up on Google Maps or whatever. Usually everybody has a tailor somewhere near them where they live. It's a very affordable and accessible way to get the clothes that you already own, repaired or slightly altered so that you can keep wearing them for years to come. So again, focusing on the clothes we already have is a great way to reduce our environmental footprint. It's a great way to take a stand, against fast fashion and this society of like buy, and instead it kind of takes us back to our roots of focusing on kind of, simplicity and sustainability. And it starts, for free with things we already have in our own closets. Quick side note, while you're in your closet, if you find things that you have worn to the absolute end of their life or things that you just can't stand to wear anymore, like maybe you just, you hate that shirt now or what have you, and you absolutely just would not love continuing to wear it, then we actually did create a helpful guide on the most sustainable ways to get rid of clothes that you can no longer wear or that are no longer useful to you. And so I'll have that guide linked in the video description for you if you want to check it out. And it includes kind of all the options that you can explore for disposing of things more sustainably. Obviously, the goal is don't put them in the trash, right? So it's like, do you have resources for, recycling them, for selling them, donating them, swapping them, all of it, right? Our guide kind of covers all of it. So if you're looking for how to get rid of clothes that are at the end of their life, check out that guide in the video description. Step number 2, stop supporting fast fashion. The leading driver of unsustainability in the fashion industry is fast fashion. And I'll give you a quick example of what I mean, right? So fashion used to have 2 seasons a year, right? And we went from 2 seasons a year to 52 seasons a year. In other words, a drop of new clothing every week, to now ultra fast fashion, which is literally dropping new clothes and new styles every single day, right? And so the main reason that fast fashion is the leading driver of unsustainability in fashion is just that rate of production, that rate of overproduction and overconsumption, right? Going from 2 fashion seasons a year to new drops every single day, as you can imagine, it's incredibly unsustainable. And it's the reason that the vast majority, like way more than half of new clothing that's being purchased every year is ending up in a landfill in less than 1 year. And this is the the direct result of fast fashion. In addition to this, there's all kinds of other unsustainability in fashion, like the fact that, less than 5% of clothing makers earn a living wage, the fact that we're moving towards 70% of new clothing being made from virgin fossil fuels, like the synthetic fabrics like polyester, right? All of these trends are being led by fast fashion, right? So one of the most effective things we can do, in this climate, and it's very easy, is just stop buying fast fashion. Right? It's just to stop supporting these brands, like stop supporting the billionaires. All of these fast fashion brands, by the way, are led by billionaires, right? So it's like, stop giving your money to support billionaires that are leading some of the most harmful companies on the planet, okay? And the good news is there's so many things you can do instead, right? It's not hard. Like all of the other 5 options, for example, right? It's like we can shop our closet first of all, where we already have. We can thrift, we can support sustainable brands, we can swap. There's a variety of things we can do, right? Like we don't need, fast fashion, but if we continue to give our dollars to these brands, we're continuing to support these billionaires and these really harmful companies. If you need more examples of like which brands are fast fashion, for example, we have an article on 50 fast fashion brands to avoid. So I'll have that article linked in the video description for you as well if you want to check it out. Step number 3, thrift when you can. So obviously, like I just mentioned in the last step, thrifting can be a great alternative to fast fashion, but it's got a lot of other great use cases as well, right? So what is thrifting great for? Well, a lot of things, right? Thrifting is great for budget-conscious consumers, first of all, right? Thrifting is great for bold or statement pieces as well. So if you're looking for a sustainable item, but it's like really, you're looking for something really bold, really unique, also, this can be a great use for thrifting as well. This can be a great use case where thrifting might be better than supporting a sustainable brand, for example, because like maybe you can't find that really bold, unique piece from a sustainable brand, right? But you can find it thrifting, right? So that's another great use case for thrifting. Obviously, another reason that thrifting is great is that it helps keep clothing in use. So going back to point number 1, right? It's like it helps keep clothing that's been used, it helps keep it in use and out of a landfill, right? So thrifting is definitely a great option. The only thing to remember here is that thrifting is not the only option, right? It's a great option and it has all these great use cases, but it's not the only option. And we'll kind of speak more on that in steps 4 and 5. Step number 4, when shopping for new clothes, choose to buy from vetted, sustainable brands. If you've tried to do this yourself already, you might know that when you're searching for which brands are sustainable and which brands to support, it can be incredibly challenging to tell the greenwashers from the real brands, right? A great example of this would be like Quince, right? Quince is a brand that is a greenwasher that's fooled a lot of people, and so it's like if you don't kind of do your due diligence and do your research, you might think like, oh, Quince is a sustainable brand, let me shop them. And they're actually, a greenwasher and they're not a brand that we would recommend supporting. If you want more on that, I'll have our video analyzing Quince linked here in the cards for you to check out. But to get back to the topic here, so basically support vetted sustainable fashion brands, but that can be challenging, and we know that, right? And so not to kind of self-promote, but literally because that's like the reason we created Eco-Stylist, like the reason we created Eco-Stylist in the first place was to help people solve that exact problem, right? Like when we, 8 years ago, looking at the landscape, it was incredibly hard, and it still is, right, to shop for sustainable fashion brands, right? Like tons of greenwashing, not knowing which brands to support, right? So that is literally the reason that I created Eco-Stylist in the first place. And also, it's also literally the easiest way to go about this, right? So it's like if you want to shop for new sustainable fashion brands, you want to cut through the noise, you don't want to support greenwashers, right? Use a resource like Eco-Stylist that does the research for you, right? It's like we've done all the research for you. We've vetted all the brands. All you have to do is like go to our brand guide and you can see, over 100 vetted, certified, sustainable fashion brands, and you can just support those without having to do any of the work yourself, right? So that's just like literally the easiest way to do that. Now, if you do want to know like how to do the work yourself in terms of like how to spot good brands, how to tell which brands are greenwashing, we also made a whole video about that, which is like a really excellent breakdown of a framework to use and everything like that. So if you want to know how to do it yourself, again, not the easiest way, but if you would like to know how to do it, I'll have that video linked for you here in the cards so you can check it out. Step number 5, progress over perfection. Perfection is often the enemy of progress, and there's a lot of reasons for this. One of them is that if you're seeking perfection from the get-go, it might be the reason that you don't even get started. Another reason is that if you're seeking perfection, it can also be the reason that you feel overwhelmed and give up. And if you're seeking perfection within sustainable fashion communities, it can be the reason that you're rejecting people instead of welcoming them into the community. And welcoming people into the community is exactly what we need in order for the community to grow. The best example that I can give you for this is that we don't need, 5 people doing sustainable fashion perfectly in their little corner over here, right? It's like what we need is billions of people practicing sustainable fashion imperfectly. That's the only way that we're going to drive the kind of change that we need in order to change the fashion industry. So let me give you some examples of like perfection in action here. So basically, like, you don't need a capsule wardrobe tomorrow, okay? You don't need to purge your whole closet. You don't even need to do the 5 simple steps that I'm mentioning here in this video at by tomorrow, or even at all, to be honest, right? It's like if you're starting on your sustainable fashion journey, the thing that I would recommend is just start with one step, right? So it's like if you're just getting started and this is all new to you, then pick one of them and get started there. And then once you're, comfortable with that and you've implemented it into your life and you feel ready and able, you're welcome to take on another step, right? And you can eventually try to do all 5 steps, if that's something you're able to do and it's something you want to do, right? But we don't even have to, right? What we really need is we just need people working towards this, right? So even if you only are able to do one step, or if you're able to do a few steps, right? If we can spread this so that more and more people are all working on, one or two or a few steps, that's how we're going to drive the kind of change that we need to change the fashion industry for good. So remember, don't try to be perfect, try to be better. And that's it. The easiest way to start dressing sustainably. Number 1, wear what you have. Number 2, don't support fast fashion. Number 3, incorporate thrifting into your lifestyle. Number 4, support sustainable fashion brands. And number 5, seek progress over perfection. If this video helped you to start dressing more sustainably, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel. Your support means a lot, and it helps us make more videos just like this. And if you're looking for a list of vetted sustainable fashion brands, check out the video description, and I'll have that linked there for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, dress like you give a damn.